Welcome guys, I am Deepak Singh from Popularsoft. Today I am going to cover all the important topics related to Pytest from basic to moderate level. So what is Pytest? Pytest is a framework or the test runner that helps us to write and test cases in Python. And we can only use the Pytest on the projects that are written on Python programming language. And the command to install Pytest is pip install pytest, and if you want to check the version you can give the command pytest space hyphen hyphen version. So we are going to install pytest in our operating system. For that I am inside the terminal in my Visual Studio Code, and after that you can see here I am inside a virtual environment. After that I am going to install the pytest in my system. For that I am going to give the command pip install pytest, and you can see here we have successfully installed the pytest in our operating system. And now I am going to check the version of the pytest. For that you have to give the command pytest space hyphen hyphen version. And if you are getting a result like pytest 8.4.1, that means you have successfully installed the pytest and the version of pytest is 8.4.1. After that we are going to write the name of our first test file, but there are some rules and instructions that you have to follow whenever you create the files inside the Pytest framework. So for that I want to show you these instructions and the rules. If you are using the Pytest framework and you are creating the files inside it, then the files names must start with the word test underscore or end with the word underscore test.py. And the functions name that you are going to create inside the test files must start with the word test underscore. And the class name also have to be started from the word test. And if you want to do any comparison, then you have to use the word assert. So we are going to create our first test file, test 1.py. So we have successfully created our first test file. After that, I want to give some instructions to my Visual Studio Code that you have to follow these instructions for this specific project, and I want to show you those instructions that I want to give my Visual Studio Code. And the instructions are like, I'm telling my Visual Studio Code that you have to use the Pytest framework for this specific project, and whenever you see the files name that are starting from the word test underscore or ending with the word underscore test.py, then you have to activate the Pytest framework. And in the third line I am giving some arguments, and this dash s I will show you the use of this dash s in the upcoming part of the video. And this dot means please applicable these instructions all the test files that are inside the project. Okay, so I'm going to use it. Don't worry, I will add this code in the description of the video. You can copy from there. And after that I'm going to use it inside the Visual Studio Code. After that you have to go on this view. In this view you have to click on this command palette, and after that you will see this search box. And in this search box you have to search for this open workspace settings, and this means you are given some specific instruction for this project to the Visual Studio Code. And after that you have to open it, and after opening it you have to paste these rules here, and you have to save it. After that we are ready to write our first test case. We will start writing the test function in the same way we write the normal functions in the Python. For that you have to first use the word def. After that we give the name of the function, but here you have to keep one thing in mind, that you have to use the word test. underscore. After that, you can use any word, whatever you want. I'm going to use test add, and after that, I am going to use the word assert. 2 plus 3 equals to 5 for the comparison. And I'm going to save it. And after saving, you can see the green arrow sign, and this help us to run the test. I'm going to click on it, and you can see here we have successfully passed the test case. Now I want to show you the second scenario, like how in the terminal the test case field looks like. So for that, I am going to write one code, test word. I am going to create one string here. I am Deepak Singh, and I'm going to store this string inside one variable name. After that, I'm going to use word assert, and so hit in name. So this will raise error, and our test will fail. And I want to show you how it will look like in the terminal. And you can see here we have get the output, and in the output you see the failures, like this test word has failed. After that, I am going to correct it. Deepak Singh. After that, if you want to run this test function again, you have to click on the right mouse button and you can run again here. And we have now successfully passed this test case. Now I want to give you one real life scenario. Suppose you are testing one of the application or the website, and you have to write multiple test cases in the single file. And every time when you are running the test cases, you have to call the database connection every time. So you have to write the database connection code every time whenever you call any functions. So you are going to write for every test connection and again and again. So this is not a good practice or the good way to write the code. You don't have to reuse any code again and again. So for that, there is one way known as the fixture. So fixture will help us to store the reusable code, and with the help of that fixture, we can call the same code or the function again and again without writing the code multiple times in every test functions. For that, first you have to import the pytest in your file. Import pytest. After importing, I want to show you how you can use the fixture. First, you have to type the word at the rate. After that, pytest dot and fixture. After that, you have to write the function for that, the reusable code function. And after that, you have to write all the logic inside that function. Print. I am going to make the database connection, and after that, I am going to create one test function so that we can call that fixture. For that, you have to normally write the def test case 1. After that, test case 1, and after that you have to write the logic inside it, whatever you want to test. So this is our first test case, and after that you have to make the connection with this fixture, and we have not made the connection yet. For that, you have to give the name of the fixture that you have created. So we have one fixture function which is known as precode that we have created here, and after that I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to call it. So you can here see in the terminal. So first our pytest come here for this test case, and now it will have one argument. So it will go in this function and it will call that function, and so we are getting this print output. I am going to make the database connection first, and after that it will print the test case. Okay, and after that I am going to create another test function, test case 2, and after that I am going to make the fixture function connection, print this is our second test case. This is second test case, and I am going to save it. And now you can see here I am going to make the database connection. First the pytest will look for this test case 2, and after that it has one argument and it will then call the fixture function here, and after that it will print this is second test case. And so we are running the test cases from the interface, so we can only run one test case at a single time from the interface. And suppose I want to run all these cases simultaneously at a single time. For that you have to normally come here and the terminal, and you have to give the command pytest, and so this pytest will run all the tests for you. And we have 4 test cases, first, second, third and fourth, and we have successfully passed all these 4 from the terminal. And but in this place you have not received the output in the terminal. For receiving the output you have to give the command pytest, and after pytest you have to type -s. This -s will show you the output which are inside the print function. Now you can see the output here. First, this is the test1.py file, and now it will go inside this test case 1, and it will look for the precode fixture function and it will print this one. After that it will print this is our test case. Then it will go to look for the test case 2, and it will call again the precode function, and you can see here I'm going to make the database connection. This is the second test case. So first we are making the database connection, then we are testing our test case, and for the same, and we are doing the same thing in the second test case. But I want to show you one another thing. Suppose there are a lot of multiple test cases in your one single file, and you want to make the database connection only once. So how this can be possible? For that there are different scopes that are provided with the fixtures, and if you don't use any scope here, then by default it will use the function scope. Yeah, so in the earlier part of the video we are using the function test case, and now I want to show you what will happen when we are going to use the module scope. I'm going to save it, and I am going to run it from the terminal. For that you have to give the command again pytest s, and now you can see here, like, this database connection we are making only once. I am going to make the database connection, then this is our first test case, this is our second test case. But when we are making the fixture scope equals to function, then it is running like 2 times. I'm going to make the database connection, I'm going to mark the database connection. I want to show you if I will change scope equals to function. So it will work same. And you can see here, this database connection we are making every time we are running the test cases. But when we are using scope equals to module, so it is running only one time for the one test file. Okay. After that, I am going to create another test file, touch test2 dot py, and we have created another. And first I am going to write the test function here. First we have to import the pytest. After importing pytest, I am going to write the test function def test third function, and I am going to write the logic inside it. Print this is our third test. And after that, we have to make this connection with this pre-code fixture function, and I'm going to first copy the fixture function name from here, and I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to save it, and after that I'm going to run it. Oh, so this test case has failed. uh, Actually, I want to tell you one more important thing. Like, when you are testing any of the application, then you have multiple files. Okay, so if you are making a database connection for all the multiple files, for that you have to write this fixture function for every test case file. So again, you are writing the reusable code again and again for every test file. So this is not the good way of coding. For that, the Pytest has provided one new concept. I will show you how this will help us not to write the code again and again. For that, I am going to create one file, conf.test.py, and this conf.test.py is the global file. Whatever you write the fixture and the code inside it, so you can get this fixture access anywhere, from anywhere inside any file. I will show you how you can get the access. First, you have to give the name of the file conf.test.py, and after that I am going to import pytest. After importing the pytest, at the rate you have to create the fixture, the rate pytest.fixture. After creating the fixture, you have to give scope equals to session, and here scope equal to session means this fixture function is going to run only once for all the test files. I will show you. Dev conf code print. This is our conf code, and I'm going to save it. After that, I am going to make this conf code fixture function from here. You will get it inside the suggestion. I'm going to save it. After that, I'm going to run it. And now you can see here we have successfully made the connection from this conf.test.py. And I will show you what is going inside here. Okay. So if you are creating any fixture inside this test file, so this fixture only have the capability to use, or you can use this fixture only inside this test file. You cannot use this fixture outside this test1 file. But if you are writing any fixture function inside this conf.test.py, so this fixture function you can get the access from this test1.py and also from the test.2.py. I will show you. I'm going to use here this global fixture function conf code, and I'm going to save it. And I'm going to run all the test files from here. So we have 5 test cases, and all the test cases have successfully passed. So first we have called this test case 1 pre-code, and after that it will go for look for first it will go and look for the local fixtures. If the local fixture is not available, then it will go and look for the global fixture. So global fixtures will present inside it config test.py. So first it will call the pre-code, and after that it will print this function. I'm going to make the database connection. After that, this is our test case. After that, conf code, and you can see here like we have successfully made the connection from here and also from here, and we are not getting any error. So you can, I think you get the concept what I am trying to say. So I'm calling the conf code, and it is going inside it, and it will print this one. This is a conf code, and after that it will print this. This is our second test case. After that it will go inside the test2.py file, and it will print this is our third test. And there's one more thing, like you are getting only this is our conf code only once, because in this when you give scope equal to session, then this fixture will run only once for all the test files, only once. So here it is running only once here. After that, I am going to show you how the priority level works. So I am going to write pre-code here. This is a local fixture, and after that I think I have done one mistake pre-code, and I'm going to save it. After that you can see the priority level, like I have given both the fixtures name, but the global fixture have given the first priority, and after that you are giving the priority to the local fixture function. I think you get it. If we don't have the like global fixture, then it will give the priority to your local. If the directory have one global fixture, then first it will give priority to the global fixture, then it will give the priority to the local fixture. After that, I want to show you if you want to run any function from the terminal, so how you can run it. First, I want to show you how to run any specific file from the terminal. First, you have to write pytest-s and the name of the file that you want to test. So we have successfully like tested 4 test functions from the terminal, and we are getting a result like this. And if I want to run a specific test function from this specific file, for that you have to keep the command pytest -s, after that the name of the file test1.py, after that double colon, and after that the name of the function that you want to run. I want to run test case 2, and you can see here we have successfully done this test case 2, and this is first we are calling the pre-code, but it will give the priority to the global fixture. So first the global fixture code will run, this is our conf code, then the local fixture code will run, after that this test case function will run. And there are a lot of more topics left with the PyTest, so I'm going to cover in the next video. So subscribe our channel to get the latest update about the videos, and thanks for seeing the whole video.